going on, everybody? Welcome back to ICNV Drives Edition. And yes, I am out early this morning. And for those of you who know, it's time to go make the donuts. But the reason why I'm out here shooting a video this early in the morning, or wee hours in the morning, is because I'm participating with vlogs. And as you can see today, it is snowing. Yes, it is snowing. And because it's snowing, I decided to go ahead and shoot the video I never kind of released. But I got footage for it. So we're going to talk about it in this video. And the video question, or the video focus, is going to be, do I winterize Zeus? You already know the answer is no. And why I don't? Let's talk about it. First off, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Show. This is ICNV Drives Edition, and we have a lot of fun with car conversations, just hanging out, kidding around, so forth, messing around, and whatever. Right now, I'm participating in Vlogmas, and this topic is part of that, so it's not my traditional video style, but you will get a chance to hear a good topic and see some good footage. So if you like the content, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you like what we talk about. We have more fun conversations like this coming your way. Not to mention car shows, a couple other things I participate in, and some fun stuff I do with my own car, which I call Zeus. Now that we got the formalities out the way, I know a lot of people winterize their car, and I'm not knocking you for it. But me, on the other hand, every Corvette I've owned, I've actually driven it in the wintertime. Now, was it the best of decisions? I would say probably not. My C7, I didn't handle that correctly. And I say that because I was actually driving in the wintertime on summer tires. But the thing about my efforts with the C7 was I never really drove it in the wintertime when the temps were below 30, which is supposed to be freezing. So as long as the temps were above 30, even if that was 33, I would hop in the wheels of the Corvette. But then again, am I lying to you? I think I might be, only because at that point in time, my blue Corvette was the only car I owned, so I think I just drove it regardless, but I wasn't going far. So, who knows? But for most parts, I rarely drive my Corvette below 30 degrees. Now, when I picked up this whole new Corvette C8, well, that became a whole different ballgame. To me, the Corvette C8 was, I don't know, more versatile. And some of you are going to laugh when I say that, but I say it because the C7 felt more sporty. The C8 felt a lot more sporty, but when you got in the inside, you also got the feel of a Grand Tour. So, yes, a GT car. So I started to treat it like a GT car. And because you all know I upgraded the wheels on Zeus, I put on there all-season tires. And the all-season tires I put on there didn't have terrible snow traction. That was something I actually looked for because I knew I was going to drive my car in the wintertime. So the snow traction on it, which is not the best rating ever out there, I think it was a 2.5 or a 3. So I felt like, because I put tires on the car that had some form of snow traction rating, I could drive in the snow. See how logical that is? But realistically, just like I stated before, the difference with the C8 was I didn't ever really drive in the snow unless it started snowing when I was already out, kind of like this is, which to me was more wet traction. I changed my driving habit, so it wasn't like I was out there doing 100 miles an hour. But what I was doing was driving a car, and it handled amazing. There were no complaints. If you actually check it out, I think I had some footage of me driving around in snow, and realistically, it's not the best quality video. This is my early shooting days, because this video should have came out, just to be real with you, probably 2 years ago. My thought process behind it all was that I lived in Chicago, and even if it snows, if I leave the house 9 o'clock in the morning or later, they usually plow the streets. So at this point, I'm not really driving on snowy conditions unless it's still snowy. But even then, at that time of day, most people are out. So I'm not driving on snowy conditions. I'm really driving in wet conditions. And my tires had excellent wet traction rating. So that's what I did. So to me, as long as the streets are clear, and when I mean clear, they're plowed, I don't think there was an issue with me driving my Corvette C8. If it's a nice day and the sun's out, and we get those all the time, I'm going to break out my Corvette C8. So in essence, I'm not really sitting there saying I go out and look for snowy conditions or I drive a lot of snowy conditions. But what I am sitting there saying to you is that I do drive my car in the intermittents when we have nice weather or the weather isn't completely bad that I can't get out and drive my car. And the main reason I did this was because I love my car. It wasn't to get views, content, things of that nature, because most of the time I didn't even shoot content in the car while I was driving. So it was truly because I love getting behind the wheel of my car. And that's the one thing about the Corvette C8. Don't forget to sign up if you're in the Chicagoland area for the ICNV Drivers Edition bowling event, as we call it, switching lanes, going from your car to the bowling lanes to have some fun. I guess in January, which is usually typically one of the coldest months of the year. So if you want to get out, have some fun, hang out with me, a couple other, people from the crew, bowl, talk, joke, talk about cars, whatever. We're having a bowling event called the ICNV Drivers Edition Switching Lane Bowling Event. You can check it out on our website, www.icnvde.com. Sign up, come out, have some fun. We're going to have some prizes, games, raffles. We're doing a lot. We're going to make this a good time. The Corvette C8, when it came out, it really was the first car that engaged a lot of people, and yet made their driving capabilities seem a lot better than what it was, and people would love to get behind the wheel of that car. So honestly, I don't even know how people own this car and only put on a car 3,000 to 4,000 miles a year, because if you drive the car, it makes you want to get behind the wheel and constantly drive the car. So yes, I guess that's where some discipline comes in, and some people be like, you don't have discipline, you don't take care of your Corvette. My Corvette is my Corvette. And I will say this about my Corvette: I drive my Corvette. I have fun with my Corvette. I am not saving my Corvette for the next owner, but the next owner of my Corvette will still get a nice Corvette because I maintain the car the way it's supposed to be maintained, and I don't do anything crazy in it that will, that will be considered excessive or mistreatment or misuse of the car. So that's my thoughts on it. So as I'm out here driving into work in this not so beautiful conditions, I want to share with you my quick thoughts on winterizing the Corvette and why I don't winterize my Corvette. I know I should get a lot of comments from my Corvette crew, meaning my Corvette followers. Let me know, do you winterize your car? If you do, where you live at and why you do it. I know there are some people, which I don't even understand, who live in Texas or they live in Louisiana and they winterize their car. In those driving conditions and those weather conditions, you would never see my car winterized. But I guess it's just a thing. But anyway, ICNV Driver Edition. Go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the ICNV Driver Edition community. We are an interactive community and we have fun here. So if you're looking for a place to spend some time, get some knowledge, interact, talk to somebody that talks to you back, go ahead and lock in on this channel and let's have some fun together. But as always, chase your dreams, build your visions. It's okay to be unique. And as always, stay blessed, stay safe, and I will see you in these streets.